Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we are going to be reviewing another slapped hand video. It is called The Viral Creepy Video Everyone's Watching. Now, I don't know if y'all done watched it since everyone supposedly had been watching it, so I'll let y'all watch it again. So, here we go.
A still image taken from a live television broadcast has left Reddit users debating whether they've spotted a ghost, a child, or something far more unsettling. The image, posted by user Larissa Leaper, shows political commentator and attorney Angela Rye during a live Zoom interview, seemingly alone, when a ghostly-looking child appears peeking around a door in the background. The figure's washed-out appearance and unnatural posture quickly fueled paranormal speculation. Some viewers insisted it looked like a ghost child, while the poster wrote, "We had to pause and take this pic. I was like, there is no way that is her kid. Look at the hand on the kid." However, not everyone is convinced this is anything supernatural. After the original footage was located and posted to the thread, one viewer wrote, "It genuinely just looks like a strung-out person who broke into the house and didn't realize someone was home." A theory that might be even more alarming.
Folks talking about her sleeping her way to the top. Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record, calling her...
Others suggested a more mundane possibility, that the figure is simply Rye's child, unaware that their mum is being interviewed on TV. Whether it's a ghost, an unexpected intruder, or just a badly timed cameo, the eerie quality of the footage is undeniable.
Folks talking about her sleeping her way to the top. Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record, calling her...
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I had to look at this a couple of times, just simply with the fact of the matter being that he said a ghostly child. Now, I had to sit there and pay attention to that little corner. In my honest opinion, that looked more like an older woman, and she was just trying to make her way into the kitchen to maybe get a snack or put something away, and then she saw that the other woman was on a Zoom call, and so she just, let me back right out. So I don't see where anything ghostly or anything like that happens. I mean, I've had it happen before where somebody's at work or something, they talking on the phone or doing a Zoom call, and I had to get into a room and everything like that, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind, and you slowly right back out. So at the end of the day, nothing creepy, nothing ghostly, and I'm pretty sure this video was viral before, but I don't see it where it could be creepy by any chance. So let's move on to the next one, shall we?
A chilling image posted to Reddit by user AnxiousSpecific9991 has the paranormal community buzzing after what appears to be a ghostly face was spotted in the window of a century-old Victorian home. According to the poster, the photo was taken while their girlfriend was cleaning the home, which belongs to a 100-year-old resident. The girlfriend, who regularly works at the property, claims she often feels a strange presence inside. Even more unsettling, the elderly homeowner has allegedly told her she communicates with spirits in the house. While some skeptics were quick to suggest the anomaly was simply a reflection from the curtain, the original poster disagreed, writing, "It does not mimic the pattern or length of the curtain in any conceivable way. When the image is enhanced, the face becomes even more pronounced, further debunking this theory." Others suggested that the figure could be a statue or ornament outside the home, an idea that began to gain traction. Despite the speculation, many agree the image is unnerving, particularly given the context of the homeowner claiming to speak with spirits.
Now, honestly, I really did not see it until they quote-unquote enhanced the image a bit so you could be able to see it. And in all honesty, it looks like a kind of Romanesque bust, you know? So, I think, and it doesn't even, like, people were talking about it being a statue on the outside and everything like that. So, obviously, I really don't know if this is a bottom floor. I mean, because it's a Victorian house, and normally something like that wouldn't be on the lower levels. It would probably have been more upstairs, closer to the bedrooms and everything. But due to renovations. Who knows how this house is actually set up? So I can't tell what floor this lady took the picture in the bathroom in, because you could tell obviously it's a bathroom with that small window and everything. So I feel like maybe it was something that was reflecting from when she took the camera, like took the picture of herself on the phone and everything, and maybe there's a flash within the mirror and it just caused that image to superimpose on the window. Because honestly, if it was on the outside, you wouldn't be able to really see it unless it was like right there at the window. And most of the time, stuff like that wouldn't be so close to the house as what most people were talking about. So I feel like just it was a reflection of a statue when she took the picture and with the camera flash. So let's move on to the next one, shall we?
On July 25th, 2025, paranormal investigators gathered in Scotland's infamous Dechmont Woods, hoping to establish peaceful contact with extraterrestrials. Known as a Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind or CE5 event, the gathering attracted paranormal enthusiasts and UFO researchers eager to communicate intentionally with beings from another world. Participants meditated, broadcast sound signals, and attempted direct communication using methods developed by noted UFO researcher Dr. Stephen Greer. These techniques combined group meditation, tonal signals, and collective intent aimed specifically at initiating contact with alien intelligences. During a pilot event, participants reported mysterious flashes of light in the sky. While organisers acknowledged the sightings could have mundane explanations, such as aircraft or distant campfires, many attendees felt convinced they'd experienced something genuinely paranormal. Dechmont Woods was deliberately chosen for this CE5 event due to its notorious connection to the famous Bob Taylor UFO incident. On November 9, 1979, forestry worker Robert Bob Taylor claimed he encountered a mysterious dome-shaped craft hovering in the woods. Taylor described being assaulted by two smaller orb-like objects, dragging him toward the larger craft before he passed out. Investigators later documented physical evidence at the scene, including strange ladder-shaped indentations and dozens of small round imprints in the soil. Taylor's injuries led local police to officially record the incident as a criminal assault, the only UFO case in the UK to be treated this way. Taylor maintained his account consistently until his death in 2007, and the Dechmont Woods encounter remains one of Britain's most credible and intriguing UFO cases, highlighted by respected ufologists like Malcolm Robinson. By combining this historic UFO encounter with modern CE5 contact methods, this recent event has added another intriguing chapter to Dechmont Woods' already chilling legacy. So did attendees of this CE5 event successfully communicate with extraterrestrials, or is the truth still out there? As always, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Now, I don't know too much about this group that they have here, or I don't know too much about the location in which they decided they were going to run this sort of test to try to sit there and contact alien life forms. But what I do know is that they based their name, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, off of the Hynek scale, which shows like 6 levels in which the classification of UFO sightings can happen. The first one is nocturnal lights, which is, of course, lights in the night sky. I mean, that's pretty obvious, nocturnal lights. The second one is daylight discs, which would be seeing a strange, shape up in the light, up in the daylight, during the daytime and everything. Then you start going into radar visual and things like that. Perfect example would be probably the Tic Tac videos that came out from the Navy. And, back in 2023, they had the whole UAP conference and everything like that, where they were having all these people from the government and the military discussing the facts of unidentified aerial phenomena. And so that would be a classic example of radar visuals. Now, then you get into the fourth one, which is close encounters of the first kind, which is visual sightings, and they were like less than 500 feet away. So you see the first three are far away. Now, when you get to the fourth, it starts getting closer. Now, close encounters of the second kind is where a UFO event where there's physical effect is alleged. This can be interference in the functioning of vehicles or electronic devices, animals reacting to the phenomena up in the sky, and also physiological effects like paralysis or heat and discomfort in the witness, or some physical trace like impressions in the ground. Now, the last one on the Hynek list is close encounters of the third kind, and that is when you can actually see like humanoids, robots, or the occupants with inside the UFO. So you'll be able to see the pilot and everything like that. Now, they have gone through and added more levels in this with the supposedly seeming abductions that goes on with some of the people that, quote that they have been abducted by aliens. And their name, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, is actually a reference towards somebody who's had like a physical effect from supposedly being abducted by the aliens, like ripped clothing, burn marks, and things like that. So that would be considered a close encounter of the fifth kind. I don't really know too much. Like I said, I don't know too much about this group or the location in which they went to. But if they didn't make any contact with anybody, I might suggest a couple of other places inside the United States that might have been better. But, without a full picture or video of what they had witnessed or anything like that being shown here, I can only give a description on what exactly is being seen in regards of them giving a description of the team, And as for the meditations and things like that, it's supposedly what they're thinking is group meditation. It's supposed to change the aura of the surrounding area and the location, and it's supposed to make it more based on the group's intent. If their groups are coming out with a positive message and everything like that, it's supposed to fill the whole surrounding vicinity with a more positive outlook, a more upbeat nature and everything like that. But if you have more darker intent, of course it's going to be obviously something darker. Think more like what they used to do back in the old days, or what they thought of back in the old days, like a cabal of witches or something like that. And it would bring darker intent, more demonic intent. It's basically going on that age-old adage of, the eye of the beholder. What you see in your life is what you bring out and you make of it, So let's continue on, because there's really nothing much I can really say about this except what I've already went on a rant about it and given the descriptions. So let's move on to the next, shall we?
Strange piece of footage uploaded to Reddit by user MajesticRun1763 is making waves online after what appears to be an unidentified creature was captured by a security camera in rural Missouri. The brief clip, taken from the user's uncle's home surveillance system, shows a large lumbering animal walking across the yard, its form so unusual that viewers have struggled to identify what it could be. Naturally, Redditors had jokes, and many compared the figure to the fictional Man-Bear-Pig from South Park. But humour aside, it still seemed that many users couldn't confidently explain what they were seeing. Suggestions ranged from a bear with mange, a deer caught at a weird angle, or even a wild hog hybrid. Others, leaning more into the mysterious, suggested it could be a cryptid, skinwalker, or some kind of experimental creature gone rogue. Still, there's no clear consensus. The footage lacks enough detail for a definitive ID, but the sheer strangeness of the creature's appearance has kept Reddit buzzing.
First off, there is an uncle in Missouri who has a very nice crop growing up, if y'all get what I'm talking about. But anyway, what's got me laughing so hard about this right now is just the reference to Man Bear Pig, right? And y'all watch South Park, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is it's just funny that they even brought this reference up with it, or just the fact that they were a strange looking bear with mange and all. That just really had me going just a little bit with that. But in all honesty, let me just try to calm down a little bit now about it. So, honestly, to me, this doesn't look like some sort of 420 cryptid or anything like that, y'all. This looks more like maybe a Great Pyrenees dog. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you get it. But if you don't, I'll put a picture up of Great Pyrenees. But it looks like it was trying to it was like stalking the vine crop. And its head was actually facing towards the distance, so it wasn't looking in front of it. It was actually looking more towards left hand side. If you look at the the placement of the ear on the side of the head and everything. So I think this was probably some sort of dog, and it just looked strange in the night. Oh, you never know. Maybe Uncle was sampling his crops and thought it was something else. We never know. All right, let's just move on to the next one. All right, shall we?
A mysterious video posted to Reddit by user Cultural Survey 4589 has sparked a wave of eerie speculation after capturing what appears to be a pair of glowing red eyes staring from a neighbouring garden in Somerset, UK.
Didn't think it was moving, but that's implying that it can move.
According to the poster, the incident occurred late one night while they were relaxing in their living room. Out of the corner of their eye, they noticed something unsettling. Two bright red eyes staring directly at them from across a dirt path, deep within the darkness of a nearby garden. I got out my camera and filmed as I could see the head tilt, they wrote.
Didn't think it was moving, but that's implying that it can move.
Given Somerset's mix of rural farmland and folklore-rich countryside, some viewers couldn't help but draw connections to tales of phantom hounds, skinwalkers, or other legendary night stalkers. One commenter pointed out that the eyes were spaced wider apart than most small animals and seemed too high off the ground to be a fox or rabbit. Despite numerous theories, no definitive explanation has been confirmed. The original poster says they haven't seen the eyes again since that night, adding to the mystery.
Demon eyes.
Now, honestly, when I first saw this, I thought it was somebody's brake lights. Let's be honest, he talked about a dirt road, but then they started talking about somebody's garden and then a head tilt, and I knew right away. He's staring at an owl. I mean, most eyes shine for animals out, nocturnal animals especially. You have different variations in the colors and everything like that. And owls actually have red eye shine. So this actually fits perfectly. And they said it was in a garden and everything. The owl probably was scoping out maybe some field mice or something, or maybe smaller birds or something this within the garden and everything. More than likely mice, though, because they're gonna be a bit nocturnal too. So all in all, he just probably had never paid attention, and I guarantee you that owl had probably visited that garden before. And so I guess the lighting was just right so he could see the eye shine and everything like that. And he just caught basically an owl. I seriously doubt Mothman done come all the way going flying across the pond over to UK, you know? So let's move on to the next one, shall we?
A Reddit post by user Pink Pixel Goose has gone viral this week after the user shared an unsettling series of events in what she and her husband now suspect is a deeply haunted home. According to the post, the user awoke around 12:55 a.m. to get a drink of water and discovered something strange. Their washing up bowl was filled with warm, soapy water. The dishes from earlier were already dry, and the couple lives alone in their home in Spain. "I always leave my bowl sink empty due to flies," she explained. Even more unnerving is that this isn't the couple's first brush with the unexplained. According to the post, the home has been the site of previous strange happenings, including a gnome-like figure witnessed by the poster running across their bedroom floor. She described it as no taller than a foot, with a pointed hat, beard and arms pumping as it ran. "I wish I was joking," she added, but equally I could debunk it as being half asleep. Other strange events involve phantom voices, unexplainable object relocations such as piles of money, dog toys and even underwear turning up under the couch, places her dog can't reach, and a persistent feeling of being watched. While many readers laughed nervously at the gnome sighting, the post quickly drew serious responses. Some offered rational theories for the mysterious soapy water, including sleepwalking, memory-related side effects from prescription medication, or even dissociative states. But one particularly compelling theory drew attention: carbon monoxide poisoning. Multiple users pointed to a now famous Reddit post from years earlier in which a user experienced seemingly paranormal activity, mysterious post-it notes, memory lapses, and deleted webcam footage, only to later discover that a carbon monoxide leak was likely causing memory blackouts and hallucinations. The gnome sighting also sparked debate. Some pointed to hypnagogic hallucinations, vivid dreamlike experiences that occur between waking and sleeping, while others joked about folkloric connections, likening the encounter to legends of mischievous house spirits. Despite the various theories, many agreed the experiences were too strange to ignore and worth investigating further, whether scientifically or spiritually. So what do you think is going on here? Could the Redditor have a ghostly house guest, a sleep disorder, or something much stranger? Let me know your theories in the comments section below.
And now, with this final clip, it is the end of the episode. Now, before I go into the whole thing with this one, I did some research because I was honestly almost thinking that it was a carbon monoxide situation because you could develop hallucinations and things like that, or maybe even a simple sleepwalking thing. But no, what I found out with this update was a lot worse than just carbon monoxide or sleepwalking. They updated their situation and come to find out there was actually a squatter living in the home with them, and I guess they decided they were going to clean up and do dishes because they were utilizing the dishes and eating the food and everything. So why not clean up after yourself? And they ended up forgetting to put away the soapy water, or they were thinking maybe somebody was like, oh, it'll be cold by the time somebody notices it. So this was a really dangerous situation. I know carbon monoxide would have been really bad too, because I mean, come on, look what happens with that. But also, you never know what type of squatter you may have in your house. So that could have been very, very dangerous too. I'm just glad that they did find that, and the local law enforcement was involved in helping them with their situation. So that was really good to hear. But I wanted to give that little update on this. I wasn't going to speculate on any of this, especially when I found out that there was an update to their situation. So, well, that is the end of this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below and tell me what y'all think about it. Let me know what y'all might want to see or hear about in future episodes. I'm always open to any suggestions y'all might be giving me. So I just hope y'all have a nice rest of your day and keep on being spooky.